So, hello everybody, this is Suguwa, and today we are going to watch Fram2, the Polar Earth Orbit expedition. And for this flight, there is going to be 4 people, okay? And these 4 people, uh, which which will orbit the Earth from the let's just say from north to yeah, from north to west. So no, not from north to west. Sorry, that's not going to be right. From north to south. So so for this mission, we're going to see uh, of the launch. How is it going? If it's still good, I hope it's going very good. All right. So that so let me see. We are going to go with yeah. Okay. I hope we are fine. Okay. 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 So yeah. So I've already adjusted. I mean, I've already tried to stream this from directly from SpaceX's Twitter/X, but the problem is that sometimes it can be pretty laggy. So I instead opted uh for for let's just say a live stream proxy via this by via raw space. So I shout out to him and credit to him uh for coming out with this live tool. So yeah, I can now stream this without the worry of sometimes it's laggy, sometimes not. So that's totally fine. And in the meantime, we are going to talk a little bit about what these missions will be. I have I have something I can show to you in the meantime, and to the new viewers here, hello, welcome. So I'm going to cover a little bit. This is the website from Fram2. Usually the website is very simple, f2.com. As you can see, um, this one here, it says first human spaceflight to Earth's polar regions. Yeah, and also from what I can read here, the first time, let's just say it's not first time, but the closest uh, the, it actually goes into somewhat, how do I say, a little bit, yeah, because I've already read from this before. Right? Let me see. Yeah. So okay. So I yeah, this one is the closest. The I mean I do actually read where from which one. Uh, okay, but if I remember correctly, it's something Vostok. Which one that actually going very near? Oh, okay, never mind. They should already say something. But yeah, this is how the website looks like for the From2. So you can see, and also it features the Star Wars like how do I say, Star Wars like opening here when you just scroll below and below. Yeah, from north to south. Yeah, as you can see, this is how the missions looks like. Okay, just see from here. And wait, I think I might as well just show like this. Oh, yeah, I believe. Let us go. So, so this is how it looks like. And let's say if the missions does not does not cancel, okay. Hopefully the mission is alright. They will orbit there for 3 to 5 days. And from what I can read, actually, they have like few margins, a few margins until tomorrow, or the most extent is up until uh, 2nd 3rd April, like that. So they should be able to orbit. So this is how it looks like. Ah, and also for quite sometimes after t plus 10 minutes plus something like that, the it's going to open the opening hatch here. Basically, yeah, let's just say it's mostly to so the crew able to see what's happening and what's on. And there's even video animations here. And yeah, as you can see, the mission commander here will be Chun Wang. Yeah, let's just say he's a cryptocurrency entrepreneur dude. Let's just say like that. I'm not going to go too much here, but something to do with Stackfish, something like that. Yeah, F2 pool and Stackfish. Yeah, basically a Bitcoin mining pools, Ethereum stacking providers. But you don't need to know too much about him. But the point is that he's going to be a mission commander, and for Jan, Jannicke Mickelsen, uh, she's going to be a vehicle commander, where she where mostly for some part he might actually going to shot some videos or what's on, responsible for this mission and what's on. And Rabea Rogge, if my pronunciation is correct. Yeah, she's a robotic researcher, and she's also going to also join with them, with all of this group. And from my understanding, she's going to be the first uh, German, German woman as German woman to actually going into space, going to the Earth orbit too. So that's that. And another one will be, as you can see here, is Eric Phillips. He's going to be a mission specialist and medical officer, and he is actually a professional polar adventurer and guide. And he's already going to a lot of expedition, including the North and South Poles, the Antarctica, and also Arctic. So no wonder why. And maybe you might be wondering what's up with the medical officer. Well, we're going to see soon why. Yeah, and for this mission, it will launch directly into 90-degree circular orbit to the south, from the Kennedy Space Center. So for this mission, it's going to be the first human spaceflight to fly over Earth's polar regions from low Earth orbit, it says. Alright. So even the highest inclination so far in the human spaceflight, it will have been the Soviet Vostok 6 mission at 65 degrees. But this one, it's going to be going real straight to the polar Earth orbit. So we are going to see how. And 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 the crew will go around if I remember for around 400. There is this mission here. Let's see. Let's just say around, yeah, this is to be around between 425 to 450 kilometers, or around 264 and 260 miles of altitude. But better would be if they are able to go around 430 kilometers. So we'll see. And it says here that according to this website, at this altitude, Dragon will fly from North Pole to the South Pole in just above 46 minutes, which is 30 times faster than the One More Orbit mission they that one of the crew of this mission did in 2019. It says here the crew member Jannicke Mickelsen and her team circumnavigated the Earth in a Gulfstream G650 ER, and yeah, and presumably and also they set the Guinness World Record. But that's that. I mean, if you even know about the Guinness World Record, you know some sketchy history about them. But I'm not going to go too far here. Okay, and for the research, they'll conduct 22 experiments here. I mean, one of the, how do I say, the notable mission that I say will actually going on will be the mission Mushroom. Yeah, mission Mushroom. One of it. Another one, they're going to study about this phenomenon, or strong thermal excitement, whatever is it. Yeah, it's something like this. Strong thermal emission velocity enhancement. So if you know about this, look, that's one of it. It's basically something to do with the something to do with, let's just say it's like a super fast aurora, something like this. Like it mentions here that according to this Wikipedia article, it says that the phenomenon is caused by a 25 kilometers or 16 miles wide ribbon of hot plasma at an altitude of 450 kilometers, which is 280 miles, with a temperature of 3000 degrees Celsius, or 3270 Kelvin, or to you guys actually using the imperial system, 5430 degrees of Fahrenheit, and flowing at a speed of 6 kilometers per second, which is 3.7 miles per second for you guys using imperial system, compared to 10 meters per second, or 33 feet per second outside the ribbon. So that's that. And it's going to be T minus 5 minutes and 40 seconds before liftoff. So meanwhile, I will try to cover as much as possible. So this is the this is the launch announcement back when they released it on immediately on the 21st March. This is how it looks like. Yeah. So yeah, they're also going to studies. Oh, and also one of that is that notably they were going to study about they're going to do the amateur radio stuff there for the radio stuff, and not only that, they are also going to try to receive the SSTV or slow scan television transmission. So that's also one of the interesting thing. I mean, if you know about the history, especially the Apollo 11 history stuff, notably known for its kinda lost SSTV transmission. You know why it's interesting, because that's the most crispiest images that the Apollo 11 ever have. So it's going to move around, if I remember, around 10, should be around 10 frames per second, something like that, or 15. But with some enhancement, technically it can run around 20 or maybe almost 30 frames per second. Technically it can, but it's going to be interesting regardless. And in the nutshell, there is also something they are going to do some training. They are going to do crew egress and what's on. That's that. And also Fram2 mission is actually named after the Fram ship that actually built around 1800s, and back then they actually this one Norwegian Fram ship, where this one decided they want to study more about how to go from Arctic to from Arctic, which is where also Norway's one of the places where Norway's actually have, and also especially if you know where the launch pad of the Andoya Space Center, that's also located around the Arctic region. They think about the idea, what if we can go from around our places in the Norway, we go to the Antarctica. So they decided to just head in, and instead of, let's say, they decided to just go with fancy technologies and whatsoever, they just make that ship to that, how do I say, the narrow boat ship design something, the shape so that it can sort of cut and fit the ice, if I remember correctly. So that's how they are able to go from the Arctic to Antarctica. So that's that. Interesting fun facts, right? And there's also, okay, so this is also how it looks like. They're also going to study about blood flow restriction. They're also going to study about the egress, aka where the crew tries to go out from their space capsule without any help, because try imagine if you try to go somewhere else, other than that, you want to go to the moon or what, no one literally wants to pick you up. So that's that. They are going to study about this. They are going to study about growing mushrooms, so they are able to get some foods, and what's on about sleep. There's too much here, too much interesting here. I mean, I will try to post to you guys the link. Okay, there's a lot of it about glucose, like mission, NASA standard measures, radiation measurements, and what's on. Interesting. Sensory motor, hygiene, saliva in space dynamics. That's why I said there is too much here. I want to cover this, but it's fine. Alright. So so let's go for the launches. I'm not going to waste too much time. So here we go at T minus 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, looks like sequence start for the Merlin 9-1 Merlin 1 the ignition, and lift off from the Kennedy Space Center on the Launch Complex 39A. Lift off. So So that's that. Nice. And for this one, Crew Dragon, they are actually using Crew Dragon Resilience, the second operational main spacecraft by the SpaceX, of course. And D plus 30 seconds looks like pretty good, and should have
35 seconds into the
Sonic
mission,
by now,
the first ever
Mach
human spaceflight mission to
0.5,
cover the poles.
and 800 kilometers per hour of velocity, and altitude is 5.5 kilometers.
Stage 1, throttle down.
Okay, so now it's throttling down, preparing for the supersonic and also the max Q. Okay, and now max Q, maximum aerodynamic pressure that's actually fully exerted into the launch vehicle, and also passing the supersonic.
Preparing to throttle back up on first stage Merlin engines.
Stage 1, throttle up.
Alright, now throttling up back again.
Back up on power on the
Nice.
1D engines.
Stage 1 Bravo.
Alright, stage 1 Bravo to a very cool call out so far.
Stage now emptying itself of propellant, Dragon to fly a different profile than if, say, right off the pad we had initiated.
Okay, and looks like pretty good so far. The machine is still pretty fine, even though there is some
MVAC chill is
lightning on the east coast of their
engine in preparation for ignition,
from their east coast, but mostly it's good. It's not heading to the polar orbit region, so that's why around the polar region, so that's why they decided, yeah, they are going this flight.
Miko is main engine cutoff. That's
and also for this flight,
those 9 engines which you're seeing there.
The entire crew will be able to use the Starlink directly using this how do I say this laser using the, let's just say like a laser interconnection terminal, so they are able to directly connect it to the Starlink satellite, of course, directly in the orbit. So that's that. They don't have to go with the ground. Okay, and now Miko, main engine cut off. Okay, interstage separation confirmed. And ready for the Merlin 1D vacuum ignition. And looks like we have ignition on the vacuum side of things. And looking pretty good. Nice. And now already passing the Harmon line. Okay, and for the first stage, they are going. It's going back to the supposedly going back to the landing zone number 1. Yeah, hopefully not drone ship. Maybe launch pad is more than better, you know.
Yes, I remember. Now we're in.
Okay, so this is the inside right now. All 4 crews look like pretty healthy so far.
Fast, but the second stage they're a bit slower, and so right now you're starting to feel it.
And
come on faster,
and after the boost back initiate, yeah, after the boost back initiate for the first stage, what's going to happen next is that it's going to re-enter back to the Earth, and then once around at some point around middle of the journey.
Call out from guidance navigation control officer. Trajectory is nominal.
Okay, trajectory is nominal. Alright, and crew is now copy inside.
But yeah, you had a good point.
Yeah,
well, we talked earlier.
Capsule,
the second stage engine's over 200,000 pounds
looks,
of thrust.
and
there's
after
more than 200,000 pounds of propellant. So when it first lights, it's not accelerating very rapidly. But Sarah, what's it like when you get near the end of the burn?
I think this is way better. Maybe for something like, yeah, I guess I should use this view from now on if I want to do something SpaceX stuff. Or maybe I can try open the browser next time. Yeah, it's totally fine.
Cool.
Let's see.
I'm sure the Fram2 crew is feeling something similar. They're still inside of Dragon, which is still attached to the second stage, and on your left-hand screen.
And then halfway into the atmosphere re-entry, there's going to be
Coming up
another
in
light
a couple of
light out
minutes,
of the
we'll
engine.
have
If I
the
remember, it's
entry burn
only light
on
up
the first
around
stage, which is currently making its way
around
back
3,
down to
4, or
Earth. And
even
we
2
did perform a boost back burn
2
on
of
this
the
one.
Merlin
We
1
did
the
we
engine
did a
on the first
one-engine
stage,
boost back burn.
where
We
it's
didn't have
where
normally when
what
you
it
launch
actually
to the
does is
east or
that not only
northeast in the crew
it
mission,
will
you take advantage of the
slows
Earth's
down in the
rotational
preparation of
velocity.
the
But in this case, we're pretty much going
in the
straight
preparation of
south,
the
and so you
not
don't
only
get
it
that
slows down
eastward
on
velocity.
to
So the first stage
not
needed to
only
use
it
a
will
little
slow
more
down
propellant to
the
get the
first stage
crew up
booster,
into the
but also
right position
it's
for stage
basically to
separation.
disperse all of that
So we can't bring the
heat
first stage all the way back to land
instead of
like we might do
exerting it fully
on
on the
ISS
rocket. It
mission.
would just
So instead, we're
the
going to land on the
rocket
drone ship
exhaust will
not as
also
far
going to
south as
absorb
we would
tons
normally
of
do
this
if this was
atmospheric
something like a
reentry
Starlink
heating.
mission.
So that's one of the reasons
Another nominal
why
trajectory,
they will also going to slow it down,
and the
slow
crew
it down
recites it
first.
back. We've got good comms with the crew.
Okay, it looks like
Jesse,
good
to your
from.
point, we are coming up on the second part
Okay,
of the return of
yeah,
the first stage.
and we are
That's
going
going to
to
be
ready to
the
see
entry
the
burn.
first stage
First
booster.
stage will
You will
start
see
with
it
the center engine and then
in
light
this
2
live
additional
demonstration,
engines.
of course, live
We should
flight.
see that coming up
So
right now in about
coming up
7
and
seconds.
ready.
Meanwhile, the crew continuing to head to space.
All right, looking pretty good. All of them are healthy. Okay,
During this time,
ready?
we would continue
Ready.
to monitor the altitude as the vehicle kept rising and
All
rising.
right, so boost.
Yeah, you
Okay,
got the
reentry
displays
and
there where
start
you
up
guys can
after
monitor
that, and
that
then
during
already close down,
the launch.
and you can see.
Dragon SpaceX trajectory nominal.
And we did
And
see on the left-hand screen that
after that
the
a
entry
little bit
burn has
slowdown,
begun.
at least even the
Entry burn
hypersonic
did complete.
reentry, or maybe something like supersonic
Didn't hear any
reentry, it's
call-outs,
not
but
going to
we
be
do have a
as
green
much
screen here.
as
We have a
if
good
they
entry
don't
burn.
ignite it
Second stage
first
continuing
hand.
to
So
head towards
that's why
the
they
separation
want to slow
orbit.
the vehicle down and
First
also
stage heading
let
to the drone
most
ship.
of these
H2
hypersonic
FPS is safe.
We are
hypersonic
expecting the landing burn on the first
atmospheric
stage
re-
to occur
reentry,
in about
all of
20
that heating
seconds from
to be
now. That'll just
absorbed
be
by
a
the
single engine
rocket,
burn on
by
the
the
vehicle.
very
Once
fast
again, the
fast
M1D
rocket
engines have
exhaust,
about
of course. That's also
190,000 pounds of thrust,
pretty
which is
good.
just enough to
Let
slow the
all
vehicle
of the
down just a
rocket
bit.
exhaust actually absorb
Copy, Panama.
all of that atmosphere, most of the
Another
atmospheric
call out on the
reentry.
second stage.
Okay,
On the
and
space station
preparing
with
for
Pier called
the
Shannon. That tells you where you can reach
preparing for
if
the
there's a problem right now.
booster landing. Let's see. And second stage, and for the crew mission,
And we've
almost
now got
going to the orbit.
video on
Okay,
first
and
stage.
looks like here
Landing burn
before
has
the scene
begun.
there is onboard camera there.
And a view
Let's
from the
see
drone ship.
that it attempts for the landing. Okay, and here we go.
Legs are deployed.
Ready? Legs are deployed and touchdown. We have touchdown, successfully
after 6
touchdown.
flights.
Nice. And now let's watch as the crew Dragon, especially for the Fram2 missions.
GHQ's internal guidance.
Okay, stage 2 internal
Jesse, we
guidance,
just
and
heard the call out. I don't know if you
I
hear
believe
it in the capsule on your
FTS should
phone.
be considered
We
as
heard the
safe
terminal
by
guidance
now.
call. We've essentially reached the altitude. Now we're working the angular momentum of the orbit.
Okay.
So we're going to listen in. We're just seconds away from shutdown. And about less than a minute after that, we should have
After
Dragon
the
separation from the second stage.
Okay, ready for the Seco one, second engine cutoff, number 1. And after that, the Crew Dragon resilience will be deployed and will separate from the launch vehicle itself.
MVAC shut down.
Okay, and now Merlin 1, the vacuum has already shut down. Seco 1 confirmed. Second engine cutoff,
Dragon
number 1.
nominal orbit insertion.
Okay, nominal
Great
orbit
news there.
insertion,
The
and
call-out for
everyone
nominal
looks like
orbit
pretty
insertion.
safe.
Nominal.
Dragon
And
copies
then after that,
nominal.
we are not only the Dragon,
Oh, another good call
yeah,
out there in orbit.
the Crew Dragon resilience will also deploy, but at the same time, the hatch. How do I say? Let's just say sort of at the top of the Crew Dragon's hatch, it will also be deployed, and then
The second stage
it will
is
be
going to
opened
a
up,
very short period,
allowing
making sure that we're pointed in the right direction.
allowing all of the
Got the engine
Fram2
shut down, purging gas.
crew to finally look
And
around
it's
space. And
separation.
this is here, separation confirmed, and now everyone looks pretty safe. Alright, T plus 10 minutes. And now the mission is ongoing.
On its own on Dragon.
And ready.
Falcon team, we're honored to deliver you safely to your polar orbit.
Alright.
Views of the poles, send us some pictures, and our hearts will be and minds will be flying with you as you go over the poles.
Alright. Looks like that. Have a great flight.
Launch director here.
From to me.
Pretty wild
True.
to see
Yeah.
the Fram adventure sailing to the poles once again, over 130 years from its christening. This time, though, with Starlink. Godspeed, Fram2. Cheers.
Okay, it looks like the RCS has already also opened for the altitude and also roll your pitch adjustment.
SpaceX team calling up
Okay.
to Dragon.
So that's that. You can see the RCS, the reaction control system
Seeing right now
kicking
the
in
shots of,
action.
Dragon, that was the Draco thruster checkout.
Alright.
And there's the crew.
So
And
this is also the
I think
crew.
Jesse and Sarah on the
Should
right next to one of the small
they
crew
should
windows.
also
Apparently
check
there's
out for
0G indicators,
all of
as they
the
call it.
system.
Yeah, look.
Yeah,
Quite
basically
make
they
it
are communicating also.
Nominal dehumidifier activation and service section Draco checkouts.
Alright. That's pretty good.
Copy. Nominal.
And that's that.
And as we don't have views, what you're seeing there on your screen is mission control here in Hawthorne. Again, the crowd that we had watching
Yeah, this is the
Fram2 crew
Hawthorne.
launch into space.
This is
We
the
also saw the zero-G
this is the
indicator. Hopefully
mission
we'll get
control
another live video
center,
we can
SpaceX
see
from
what the zero-G
Hawthorne,
indicator was.
California.
You guys had a zero-G indicator on your mission, so you know, and I'm probably very connected with the tradition.
Yeah, and also I forgot to mention these greetings. This is
was my
now
first
second
task
day
as soon as
of
we arrived on orbit was to reach down
of
and get the
Ideal
zero-G
33
indicator out,
or
little-
maybe
little dot
or
asteroid.
Ideal 33 or
But I
like
think it's honestly
most
one of the
people
coolest
here would
moments.
like to
First
call
time
it
you arrive on
Hari
orbit,
Raya Ideal
suddenly
33. So
physics has broken, and then
so second
everything
day of
is floating
it
in a way
wherever you
that
are.
is
Uh,
so different than
for all of
anything you've
my
seen before.
well
That's so cool to hear that from you because
for
seeing the zero-G is actually my favorite
all
part
of
of crew
Muslims
launches
out there.
because of the same
Well,
reason. Like, oh, it's the first moment you actually see that
well,
it's your
Ideal
evidence
33
that they
or
are in microgravity.
Selamat Hari Raya,
Absolutely.
everyone.
But I also love the tradition
And
of being able to pick it out and the
and
meaning
yeah, for the
behind,
rest of us
the
that also
zero-G
really wants
mission.
to have some humor, some
gotta
joy.
ask,
Well, also
Dragon
happy
separation.
April Fool's
It
Day.
comes so quickly after the
Although
second
it's not
stage.
really April
But
Fool
when you
right now
got
because I
separated
do
from the
stream.
second stage, was there
I mean,
like
good
a wave
good
of
thing that
relief?
the launch
You
didn't
know,
go
or was
cancel
it
and
business
anything
as normal?
whatnot. So in some
I think
sense,
there was
this
a
is
sense
not really
of
April Fool's. Yeah, you know,
joy
it's good.
in
Good.
recognizing that there were so many
And
important
yeah,
steps
that's
that
that.
had to happen in order to get us to that point, and recognizing that we had reached that point, but then also knowing that it was time to get to work. We had a lot of objectives ahead of us.
Yeah,
It's really
they
the
have a
moment the
lot of
spacecraft comes
objective
alive.
here. So
During Draco thruster
of course
checkouts, the
it's
nose cone
obvious.
opens, you activate your environmental systems, so you go from launching on a rocket to flying in a spaceship, and it's this really cool transition where now you are
right.
alone in your spacecraft in this little habitat, keeping you safe for the next couple days in space.
And at the same time, maybe it dawns on you that says, this isn't another simulation. We are
Okay,
here, and
so-
this is it.
We are
You know,
in
we
space.
don't
What they're
go
doing.
home today at the end of business. You know, we're gonna do our work.
And
Very
you two
real.
are very familiar with training over and over again. And now you guys got to experience space. The Fram2 crew is now in space, in orbit, but there's still events happening, as you mentioned. You
Yeah,
mentioned,
so
we
while
talked earlier
waiting,
about
why
kind
not?
of
Why not I
maybe
just
feeling a little
I just talk something about
calmness, but you said that
what are
there's,
the mission they are going
you know, still things
to
that you
do.
can hear going
I'm
on.
going
Can you
to
hear, like,
list
the
it
nose cone
fully here
opening?
from
Do you
by reading the
recognize those
the
events
PDF.
by the sounds?
Well,
You certainly
well,
recognize the Draco
for
checkouts
us a little
by the
bit, so
sounds.
might as well I
Have
just
that melody
say
for
this thing. I
burns.
mean,
It's
if you already
particular
watched
melody
this
for the
from
Draco
earlier,
checkouts.
earlier on,
Fabulous.
I really want to talk about this, but
They
yeah,
do work in sync
not
with
not
each
enough
other,
time.
yeah.
But whatever,
We
it's
heard the nose
bunch
cone
of
at
text
all.
here, so
You watch it,
you're
you
not
see the
going
video
to
feed
too
of it
much here.
opening,
So
but it's very quiet.
I'm going to read the press kit here from press kit of the Fram2. So for the science and research announcement, they says here that Fram2 will advance humanity's capabilities for long-duration space exploration and understanding human health in space, with 22 research projects from 8 countries. The full list of experiments and partner institutions include, okay, this is here, blood flow restriction from the Hydro, Sheffield, Hallam University and Northumbria University. So basically, because blood flow restriction, it does show some efficacy of exercise on Earth. So they basically either can be done for the short durations or at a low load. Basically, world can benefit. So they want to try to exercise this in Dragon with passive, which is either Hydro or an active system Delphi or Delphi, and hopefully if it's effective, it can be used to maintain muscle and health and bone health across long flights to Mars this year.
Mission is the first human space flight,
and they are going to study about the bone health. This is from University of Calgary, yeah, where I mean, you already know what happens about the bone health here. Basically, most of the astronauts, when they have when they are in the space for too much for too long, due to how do I say, the lack of gravity and what's on,
Thank you so much for having us. Godspeed Fram2.
Yeah, thank you so
it
much.
might lead to
Fram2, Godspeed,
bone
Dragon
loss.
Resilience.
So they want to study about this and about the brain mapping and what's on
Now, of course,
brain
we'll be
MRI.
back to bring you the live coverage of Splashdown when the crew returns to Earth.
All right, so
You can
that's
stay
that.
on top of updates from the crew.
I don't think I need to list too much.
SpaceX. We can also keep tabs on the mission with the Dragon Tracker
Okay.
on SpaceX.com. There's a view of the Dragon Tracker right now. You can see follows Dragon. So go to the webpage, SpaceX.com. You get an idea where Dragon is, and you notice right there.
Oh,
we're
all right.
heading south to the
So-
South Pole right now.
So in
right
case
on
you want to
trajectory.
track them too, you can also
want to
go.
thank the range
That-
and the FAA for supporting today's mission, and thank you all for watching and logging on. And we'll see you next time.
Right. So we'll see this splashdown. All right. So that's that. I need to give some credit. So yeah, thank you, Raw Space. So don't forget to subscribe to his channel too. He's a fine dude. And especially, if I remember from the right screen here, this one is brand new if I remember correctly. But if I'm wrong, please correct me. That's his cat. He has lots of interesting cat in his home, of course. So that's why. So that's that. Yeah, and thank you so much for watching. Even though I don't have too much to cover. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to bore you too much with the press kit because there is a bunch of text here. But also on the how do I say? On the press kit website, especially they showed it through the Dropbox. Has some interesting things there. So maybe I can try to show you instead how it actually looks like. Yeah. So give me some times. Okay, some things like this. Yeah, you can see there is also they also image about this one, about Chun Wang, the mission commander. Okay, right dress rehearsal. Basically, they want to test out the crew and stuff and what's on. Yeah, that's that. You can see. Yeah, so that's that. There's a lot of interesting things I can show to you. but I don't think I need to drag much time. Okay, Eric Phillips, you can see the mission. Yeah, mission specialist and also the medical officer this mission. And this is the Falcon 9 and also the Dragon True Dragon Resilience rollout. As you can see how it looks like. That's that. And yeah, and also if I remember from ship piece also were carried out on this flight. You can see. Yeah. So that's that. This is the original piece from this one, from the prop. Yeah, this is Jannicke Mickelsen. She's she's holding the original ship tag for the Fram. You can see this is what she's doing, and that's it. That's that. Okay. Okay, so and also this is the crew training photos, how they look like from the Fram2 mission. You can see the tons of photos there, and this is Jannicke Mickelsen. Oh, she looks like here, and Rabea Rogge or Rogge, or Rogge, I don't know. So this is how she looks like. Okay, so that's that. You can see there's some interesting press kit here, and also okay. Okay, this is funny. Someone actually able to access this Dropbox folder and literally just upload weird things here. Oh. Maybe I can try to read you guys here. You guys should have defaulted to read only access to this shared Dropbox folder for randos like me, for example. Don't know who's that person. Oh, bump parts lol. Oh man, this is like LGR level of writing here. I mean, I know, not clean actually upload this stuff, but it feels like it has that aura, you know? Just writing that, you know, partos, whatever is it. But yeah, that's that. I think I can try link you guys this Fram2 press kit. So that's that. I'm not going to waste too much time. Yeah, I need to go too, and also I guess everyone wants to have something to do too, right? So that's that. Yeah, I would like to have some rest a little bit. I'll do bits of stuff here and whatnot. So that's that. Thank you everyone for watching. This is me, Dennis Suguwa, signing out, and goodbye. See you later. Bye bye. Yeah, that's it. So let's see how long do I actually stream. Not bad, hey. All right. So looks like I can end this stream right now. So take care, everybody. Bye bye. Not going to cut this off too early.